Just like that. Nothing like a little preseason jitter there. Welcome back, everyone, out to Buffalo Wild Wings for the 2025 season of this. You can't hear anything? He can't hear, Chuck. There you go. I hear you. Can y'all hear us?
She got a drink.
I can hear you, but you can't hear?
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right, there you go. Anyway, after that, we're ready to go. Welcome out to everyone that made it out to Buffalo Wild Wings for another season of the Warrior Roundup with head coach Josh Brown. We are going to jump right into this as it is a tremendous crowd out here this evening. Looking forward to it and excited to have everyone back for another season of it. We'll wait on Coach to get ready and get his meal in. You good now?
I'm good now.
Okay, just wondering. You know, if that was your guys that were delaying, Coach, they'd be running. They'd have polls to do. But welcome back to another big year of the show.
Excited about it, man. Anytime it's baseball season, hey, I'm ready to go.
Look, absolutely. And it started a little bit earlier this year. Is that am I making that up, or is that right?
Yeah, we started earlier this year, which I don't know if I'm a big fan of, but you got to do it.
It's cold and it's rainy. And
Correct.
So I don't know I don't know that those guys down in our capital city, I'm going to get in trouble on week one. Okay, I'm going to say it. I don't think the folks at the LHSAA have a lot of sense. Okay? So there you go. I'll say that. Is that fair? You probably can't say it, but I can.
Well, you know, I mean, it is what it is. We're going to play whatever's in front of us. We'll play any day of the week.
But how many games have been rained out in the first week all around?
We lost 2 games.
2 games in the first week.
Correct.
So here you are getting started about the time that you were going to get started anyway.
Correct.
Well, there you have it, folks, at the LHSAA. There you have it. Big season lined up. You jump right in it. You've got tournament action this weekend. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the 2 games that you have played. Big run rule victories in both of those. And we'll talk to some of the players that we have as well in there. And then we're going to award our BU Designs player of the week that it is, and we'll give one of those away each week on there, and that's courtesy of our friends at BU Designs by Melissa Gann. She's kind of cute too, but anyway, that's a whole nother part of the story. Coach, you guys jumped out in it this season. Only 2 seniors that I saw on the roster, is that right, and 3 juniors?
2 seniors, 3 juniors, but one's ineligible. He's asked to sit out this year, so really only 2 juniors available right now.
So a very young team.
Very young team.
I think that's kind of been the course the last several years since I've been around the program as well. These guys, 7th, 8th, 9th graders, it doesn't matter what classification they are. If they're ball players, which they are, they're going to get an opportunity.
Absolutely. You know, you come to Grace Christian, you're going to have a chance to play. I mean, we got kids in junior high, you know, they're helping us out right now, and these are good ball players. I mean, if you can play baseball, you can play.
Indeed you can. That's one of the great things about it. You know, football, there's such a difference in somebody that's 13, 14 years old and somebody that's 17 or 18 years old.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, the biggest thing I want to say right now, there's kids out there that should be a part of the program that are not. I still say there's 1 or 2 that should be on this team. And, you know, we got a good thing going. And I will say this, you know, if you got an opportunity, never pass it up.
Indeed. And what you're seeing with this extended season, and I'm talking extended, does that hurt your dual sport athletes any with the seasons getting longer, or do they just make do?
Well, for us, we only played half of a year of basketball. So in the future, yes, it's probably going to hurt baseball a little bit, I would say, because, you know, those guys are going from August, you know, October, they start playing, and they end in they can go all the way to March if you make it to state.
That's right.
I mean, if you're really good at baseball, I feel like, you know, it's going to hurt those kids. And then I'm already hearing from some coaches out there that are telling me that kids are getting a midterm and they don't want to do basketball no more because baseball's starting. It's such a long season, basketball. I wish they would shorten that, especially for the small schools a little bit.
Well, and then you get some of the bigger ones where you throw football into the mix as well, and who knows what you end up doing all of that. But that gets that out of the way. Let's look at the first couple of games. Opening night was Monday, and you welcomed in the Tigers of Oberlin on there. End up with a 10-run victory in that one too. Give me some insight back on that.
You know, they came in, they had a kid last year that was back. We expected him to be on the mound, and he had COVID. He missed that game. And,
right.
But they had their other 4 seniors there, so we knew we were going to be in for a competitive game. And, you know, they actually are deeper this year. The coach, I think, told me he had 24 guys this year. So we're expecting a dogfight. I thought, for the most part, we played pretty good baseball for our opening night. I thought Logan was in the zone. He competed night in and night out.
Right.
Inning in and out. And my biggest takeaway from that game is the way we competed at the plate. I really like that, and I like the way we did a good job swinging the bat for the most part.
You guys were certainly a characteristic Grace team because they were very patient at the plate. They weren't out there chasing anything. Some pitches, in fact, they took, and I guess the game flow dictated it because you'd get 4, 5, 6 thrown in a row, ball out of the strike zone. We're holding up and taking those on there. So plate discipline, I think, was really big.
Absolutely, and you know, some of those are going to get them from us,
right.
But for the most part, we talk about it a lot. You know, don't go up there helping the pitcher out. You know, make them throw strikes and just go up there and compete, win each pitch, and we did that for the most part.
Reworked your infield a little bit this year. Had to do it, of course. The biggest, I guess, glaring difference is the move from Canyon over from first base over to third base. Of course, attrition, you had to replace a catcher, and we'll talk about Wellesley here in a little bit. But the move of Canyon from first to third, what went into that?
Well, we saw it over the summer that we needed to make a change there. We felt like we had 3 guys that could play there. Brady, Canyon, Cooper all could play there. And Cooper's kind of a utility guy for us right now. And, you know, we just like the way Canyon fielded the baseball over there. He's got a lot of experience, not at third, but in the infield.
Right.
And we felt like he would be a great asset there, leader. You know, he's very vocal, and that would give us 2 seniors on that side of the left field, infield. And, you know, I'm excited about it. I mean, really and truly, we could put any one of them there, and I'd feel comfortable with it. And I really think a lot of it, when Canyon's on the mound, we're going to go off matchup who we're playing for the most part.
Right. Another senior leader, you talked about having 2 seniors, and you talked about vocal. I don't think anybody in the program in a long time has been more vocal than your shortstop.
Yeah, he's grown up a whole lot, and we're excited the growth and the process, seeing him grow up, man. He really wants to be out there, and he's a gamer. I mean, he's going to show up for games. Sometimes I wish I could get a little more out of him in practice a little bit, because we got to push him a little bit. But for games, he's going to show up every night and do what it takes. And I know last week he had the flu, or the week before that he had a little touch of something. He said, "Coach, I'm playing. You're not going to keep me out of no game."
Right.
And that's what you want at this time of year.
Absolutely. Anyway, we switch that pencil bat and get rid of that, or is that a fixture?
Oh, I like the pencil bat. That's Maddox, man. Maddox carried that bat around wherever he goes.
He takes it to school in the hallways.
Pretty much. I couldn't find it a couple times. Next thing I know, it's inside the locker there. But he definitely has it every day.
Somehow I don't doubt that at all. So this weekend coming up, well, the other game that you had, that was a game Madison Prep, I guess, got scheduled in on Thursday. How'd you get those guys to come up that quick?
Well, when we lost that game, and then we were talking to St. Joe 2 days before, and St. Joe was like, hey, can we play instead of 2 o'clock, let's move it up to 12. So we did, and he was texting me, he said, Coach, if we get a little rain, we may have to cancel that game. And I'm automatically going, man, that's not good to play one game in a week. And I'm like, where are we going to put that game anyway? What happens if other games rain out? So I reached out to like over 60 schools trying to find a baseball game.
Right.
And I got word that Madison Prep was looking for more games. They were coming down here to play Peabody, and they were willing to jump in and play us. And I mean, we didn't care who we played. We just wanted to play.
Right. Well, it was good to be able to get that game out underway. Now, coming up this week, you already have that schedule laid out. Tomorrow night, there's a game there as well at home. Weather watching what it is, too. But you've got a big tournament coming up this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, Zawali's coming off beating Quitman last night, who was the defending state champion 6-2 last night on the road. I expect a battle tomorrow night at our field. We need a packed house. We expect a great game from the Zawali Hawks. Anytime you can beat a defending state champion in a tournament, you know you're going to be in for something. And then we have our kickoff classic next week. We have, I think, 13, 14 teams coming to Alexandria, so we're excited about that. We get to play LaSalle on Thursday night at 4:30, and then we got Reeves.
That game's a 2:30 start. Is that what I saw?
It is. We had a couple teams could not leave early,
right?
So we picked that game up, and part of me is like, hey, it's going to be cold anyway, whatever. That's fine by me. And then we got Lake Arthur, who was a good game for us last year.
It was a great ball game last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have them Saturday. So, and LaSalle had 2 guys last week combined for 19 strikeouts against Simsboro and an 8-4 win. So, we expect to see a good ball game on Thursday.
Throw in the fact that it's going to be down in the 30s. So that's not
correct.
Welcome to February baseball.
That's it, and I've already told our kids. I told them last week, but I don't want to hear anything. You better go get some warm clothes, put them on. We gotta buck up and be ready to go.
Look, a couple of guys that have done that for you already. We're going to get Nick to bring up. We're going to talk to a couple of guys in a little bit different flow of the program tonight because we do have a action-packed segment all night long. We're going to go ahead without breaks, so we'll work them in. So your wings, you've got to be careful if your wings are going to go in front of Logan and Canyon. Look, he moves them right away.
I mean, we need some ketchup first.
Indeed. Well,
Canyon loves the cool weather. As soon as he found out what it was going to be, he was
in shorts and a T-shirt right now.
And there's a ketchup.
Somehow, see, that's Nick taking care. Nick takes care of things for me. He does a great job with that. We'll let them get the headsets on and get them turned on. We've got Logan Markle and Canyon right here with us. Logan, great game Monday night that we saw from you back on the hill. We talked a little bit after the game to you. Now that you've had a week to digest it, what were your thoughts on going out that opening night and the big performance you had?
Just get a quick one and go out there, throw strikes, get ahead, and just battle.
And you did that. Fastball seems like it's got a little bit more velocity on it too this year. What's been your off-season approach?
Just been trying to get stronger. We've been in the gym in fall and summer, and we've been getting stronger. All of us have. If you could tell, Brady's hitting harder, Canyon's hitting harder. Everybody's just getting stronger.
And that's good to see that you guys have. It seemed like you've focused the weights a little bit more in the off season.
We have, yes, sir.
What's that done to your velocity?
It's made me use my legs more. Get my body more involved in my throwing, and it's just helpful.
Which is absolutely key when you get later in the game as well, being able to keep that up. Canyon will bring you in and visit with you too. Off season, you got some things taken care of, signed to play at National Park College. Tell me a little bit about what went into that and how you feel going into this season now.
It feels great to be able to get the signing out of the way and be able to head off to a college, know it's a pretty good program I'm going to, and now I can focus on this year.
What was it that said, you know what, that's where I want to be?
The location and the program they have up there.
They let you hunt and fish up there in the mountains?
It's a little cooler than Louisiana.
Is it? Indeed it is. All right, that opening week performance, you guys have 10-run both of your opponents that you had. Weather and opponents that are a little bit stronger coming up next week. But how important was it to get and go out and do what you were supposed to do in week one and not struggle?
It felt great to go out there, get the first 2 wins, both 10-ran. Felt nice too.
The move to third base, we talked to you about that as well.
Yes, sir.
How's that going?
It's going fine. Sure, it's something that I need to get used to, but other than that, it's going pretty good.
How do you stay focused on the game because you don't get the ball thrown to you every single time like you did over there at first base?
It's just a different atmosphere over there. I need to focus actually, and yeah.
What have you been able to teach Brady about that 5 o'clock sun that comes over, though?
It's always fun messing with him, making sure I throw it in the sun so he knows how it feels.
Somehow, that gets me right. You guys have come out hitting the ball really well, too. What's been your approach as you go into it? Logan, when you get a chance to swing the bat and it's not hitting you, what's been your approach?
Being a leadoff, I'm just trying to get on base any way possible, try to get the team up and going, let them know that we're in this game.
Right. Canyon will give you the same question, too. How do you not press too much and just stay within it, too? Because when you get a hold to one, it's going as far as anybody hits it as well. Sir. But how do you keep it out of your mind? Just let the bat go to work on it.
Don't think hit a home run. Just hit the ball hard, let it go.
Coach, your thoughts on their progress, too, this season as they move into it?
Yeah, I mean, Canyon's been with us for a long time, and, it's his time to shine. He's a senior. I mean, my biggest thing with him is, this year, and we've talked about it, be patient at the plate. People are going to sometimes want to pitch around you. We're hoping those other guys can get on in front of him so he has a great opportunity to do some damage. And they've done that so far. I know it's early, but we're talking about scrimmages in the first 2 games. And Logan, we moved him to leadoff role that, we had to have somebody this year with Cody Davis leaving. And we really like what Logan brings to the table at the leadoff role. I saw it during the summer. I felt like he won the job during the summer, and he's doing what it takes to get on.
And that's probably, I think, the one thing that jumped out at me as much, because the start of the season last year, you get DH'd for too. I don't think you were in the everyday lineup, even when you were pitching on there. You weren't in there. So is that something you took a little personal and said, you know what, we're going to work on this part of it too?
Yes, sir. I noticed last year I was like, I'm not just going to come over here and just be able to hit. I said I got to work for it. So what I did is I just went and worked for it, went in the cage, got my swing down with Coach Ladd, and that's where I'm at now.
Look, and to be able to go from being DH'd for to the leadoff hit on the top of the lineup, that shows the testimony. But you see that when you're on the mound, your work that you've done too. Because even this year, I think you've kept your composure a little bit more. You have the strikeout, might have a walk. Last year, it might have got to you a little bit. This year, you seemed like you kept your composure and stayed focused a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
Coach, is that something you're seeing in him?
Well, I'm going to be honest. That's something that I've put in their head, this whole team.
Right.
That we were not going to allow anybody to ever get defeated, that we got to have a short memory and play the next play. I think they've heard me say that enough. And Logan's one of those guys. I mean, he's a freshman captain. Not many guys are captains as freshmen. I saw the growth. I said, this kid's got a great head on his shoulders. I just felt like, where he was at, I said, when I saw him over the summer, continuous, getting better at the plate, leading off, I just said, the kid's got an opportunity. He needs to be our leadoff guy because he can work the count. He can run a little bit.
Right.
I told him the other night, there was something that happened on the bases, and I went right to him. I said, you're a pitcher first today.
Right.
And then we'll worry about the hitting and running and all that later. And he's doing a good job with it, man. Credit to him, and his teammates are doing a great job.
And look, it's early on. Guys, I'll ask both of you this question. Canyon, we'll start with you. Take the easy answer, state championship, out of the way. What do you look to pick up this season before you finish out your career here at Grace Christian?
Is that for personal goals?
Personal goals, your baseball growth, whatever it is. And the easy answer is we want to win a state championship. Throw that one away. What is it that you're looking to take out of this year and achieve?
I want to be able to be the hitter of the year for Class B.
Right.
And as a team, win as many games as possible.
Okay, there you go. I'll take that. Now, Logan, I'll share this with you. It seems like just a season ago that we were talking about the young freshman Canyon Wright and the work that he was doing. It goes like this. So to you, state championship notwithstanding, because I know that's the answer, what do you look as a freshman to cement what you're going to start as your career here at Grace Christian?
I'd like to be known as a good pitcher, get my walks down, get in the count, make teams scared of me, really.
Look, that fastball that comes in there is solid, especially from the left side of it as well. Have you done some work on your move? What's have you picked up on that on your move to first?
On my move to first, I got like 3 different moves.
Yeah, we've seen it too. And now we'll tell them, I was like, look, that's not the good one. He's about to get them. How fun is that to know that you're inside their heads?
It's fun because when I walk someone, I know that I still have a chance to get them out, get them off at first.
Look, that's great. Excited about talking to you guys a lot more this year. Canyon Wright, Logan Markle, go out there, have a big week this week, and we'll be out for the bulk of them on there. So we'll see you out there at the ballpark next week.
Yes, sir.
Here you go, Canyon Wright, Logan Markle here with us. Wouldn't have Chuck in line. That leads to the banging around on the headsets, but we'll take that. So, Coach, one of the things that we're going to do this year, we gave away shirts last year, a lot of it, but we've partnered with our dear friend over at BU Designs and have come up with our Player of the Week plaque, and we're going to give away one of these each week to all of the programs that we cover. So there were a couple of candidates for that you and I had talked about. Give me some highlights of I think 3 or 4 players maybe that we could talk about, and then what our thoughts were.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 guys. I thought they had great weeks this week. One of them actually had a really rough preseason,
right?
And then I thought he really got it going this week a little bit. And then we had Logan with 11 strikeouts, batted .333, had 3 stolen bases, 2 RBIs. Canyon with a home run and 7 RBIs, 5 Ks on the mound and a double. Cooper, 4 for 5 with 6 run scores, 3 RBIs, and a double and 2 stolen bases. Then we had Wells, who was 3 for 5 with big 5 RBIs, a stolen base, and 1 runner caught stealing. And the biggest thing that my takeaway with him is the way he's handling the pitching staff.
Yeah.
You're talking about losing your starting catcher who's been here a few years. He's gone now. So
Crash
you're asking
Davis
a guy.
is gone, that's right.
Here's the thing. We're trying to find a catcher in the summer.
Right.
And, man, the first 3-4 weeks, I'm sitting here going, man, we done tried 3 or 4 guys and really not really know what we're going to do. And we noticed that Braden was doing some really good things blocking up, and we just made the move the last 2 weeks of the summer to move forward with him, and we did that in the fall, and he's been the guy since.
So we had Logan with his performance. I think he had 11 strikeouts.
Correct.
On night 1 and got the win in that game. We had Canyon, who's 7 RBI already on the season. That's a frenetic pace in itself. A home run and a double and a few singles in there as well. All he needs is a triple for the yearly cycle. So I know that
that's it.
We'll work on that. Cooper Courtright, 4 for 5, had a big first night, was our player of the game that first night. And then B. Wells and the work that he's done, 5 RBI already on the season, a stolen base, and has thrown a runner out in there. And so all of the number crunching and everything that we did, it's more than just stats that jump out to us for a player of the week. It's how
Absolutely.
they've carried themselves the entire way. And this isn't a slight on anybody of the 4 that doesn't win it this week. But RBU Designs Player of the Week for Week 1, Braden Wells. That means you have to come up, and that's part of it. So let's have a hand for Braden Wells there as he makes his way down. So that is yours. That's the very first one of those. Oh, well, he can't hear, can he? No, he could probably hear me. That's the very first one of those that have ever been handed out. So there you go. Well, hang on, Chuck. Or I'm sorry, Nick. All my producers are off eating and things and gallivanting and such. So anyway, Braden, great game. And what Coach Brown and I were talking about, it's not just numbers. It's handling. It's becoming a catcher, and it's growing into it. What are your thoughts on the move from out in the outfield to now? I mean, there's no hiding where you're at.
Yeah. No, I mean, Coach Brown came
Pull
up
that
to
up to you a little bit more. There you go.
Coach Brown came up to me this summer and basically asked how I felt about catching, and I'm going to be completely honest. I wasn't too fond of it at first, but he was like, come on, just give it a try, give it a try. So I tried it in a summer ball game, and I was like, okay, this ain't too bad. But, it's just staying locked in back there. You got to be ready every play. The ball's going to come to you no matter what.
That's right.
And I think that's the part I enjoy the most about it.
You can't pick flowers out in right field like sometimes. So you've got different pitchers that like it different way. Catching Canyon, way different than catching Logan, way different than catching Coop, way different than catching any of the rest. And Maddox comes in there and does his thing. So how do you go about learning how to handle the different pitchers that you have?
It is difficult. I've gotten very comfortable with Logan, because that's our guy.
Right.
I'm comfortable with most of them. It's just I talk to him between innings. What'd you see last inning? I saw this. Let's try to attack that. It's just staying locked in. Talking to him between innings, seeing what they see, what you see.
Your first base runner thrown out. How was that?
Man, I felt like Cody Davis.
That's right.
It was fun. It was exciting.
Did you think about it at all, or you just?
No, I got bored back there. Logan was striking everybody out, and finally I saw a runner get on base. I was like, I got to throw the ball. I got to do something.
Right.
And I mean, I saw, I heard he was taking off, and I grabbed the ball and I saw how far he was. I was like, "You're done for, dude."
Look, one of the things that confuses people out there, if they've not played at Merrill Blackburn Field, they don't realize
They don't
how
know the
tricky
backstop.
that backstop is. What's I mean, you gotta, your eyes have to light up when you see somebody a delayed takeoff on there, and you know you got them.
Oh, it's definitely a catcher's best friend back there. I love it.
Look, and that's what's kept a lot of people from advancing from third on one as well that do know what's going. You've got to have a great read on the ball and know where it's going, and almost before it hits the turf, be able to take off and run on that. What does it do fatigue-wise as catching? Because some of these, I mean, you're going to be back there a lot. What do you do to condition yourself a little bit better?
I mean, yeah, I just go back there and play. It don't really hit me until Sunday.
Well, there you go. I'll take that. Coach, some more thought about what you've seen from him. Yes, you made the decision to have him out there, but his progress in week one.
Yeah, week one was huge. I mean, like I said, a couple weeks ago, I think we were hitting heads a little bit.
Come on, I can't get it. I don't understand that.
You know, he said he can't do something, and I said, we never say that here.
Right.
He said, I've never done that. I said, no.
Right.
You know, you got to believe in your guys, and there's a reason he's there, because we believe him. And, you know, I think it was just one of those teenage moments. You know, sometimes they have them, but honestly, he's done a 180 from the summer to now, and you have to want to be back there.
That's right.
You know, that's number one, and he was willing to do that and sacrifice that for the team, and that went a long way with all of us. And because we had a couple other kids, they were trying it out, and they were like, "Coach, I don't want to do this," you know. And I'm like, guys, if we don't have a catcher,
You gotta have a catcher.
then we're in trouble.
That's right.
And but no, he's been phenomenal. He wants to work at it every day, and like I said, he had a great week last week, and I like the way he's handling our pitching staff. You know, and I mean, he's good to communicate with, and he's going to understand it the more he goes along. He's going to see things that in games that we can't even do in practice that's going to happen, but he's only going to get better, and I'm excited about the growth and how he's come along the last 2 weeks.
What do you look at when you see the youth of the team that you guys have? Because you got a lot of good dudes that are young dudes, including yourself. So what approach do you younger guys have, you underclassmen?
I mean, you know, it's just going up there doing the simple stuff. You know, taking one for the team, getting hit by a pitch, drawing a walk, putting down a bunt when you need it. You know, fielding. You know, just doing the simple stuff in the field. And I think for how young we are and some of the guys we have out there, I think everybody does their job.
Look, now's a chance, and no, I probably shouldn't put this into his head, but I will. Anyway, you know how that goes. If you get hit, now you come in there, maybe you work a little inside on the guy when he comes up to the plate the next time.
I'll never admit to that.
That's right. You're already making a catcher. You're already going to be a good catcher. And there's a difference between playing catcher and being a catcher. But listening to you talk, you're understanding the nuances of the game and what goes into pitch by pitch by pitch, because it's not game by game. It's not inning by inning. It's literally pitch by pitch in there as a catcher, and I think you're doing a good job of
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hardest place to play.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's learning some things that he understands that he sees the whole field.
Right.
And he's got to make a lot of calls. A lot of people don't even talk about that.
Right.
You know, like I told him a couple weeks ago, our third baseman was making a call, and honestly, he's the guy that needs to make that call.
Right.
Override every one of them. And he's going to find out the more we play, get in situations, it's only going to make us better. And that's why you want to be ready to go by district time. You put them in enough games preseason-wise.
Have you learned the signals already when it's first and third and you've got to come out with it? Have you learned that yet?
I have them memorized. Me and Coach Brown had a little moment in the game the other night. I thought he had called something else, so I called it, and then I got the infamous take the hat off and look at you, and I was like, I messed up, and he said, what'd you call? And I was like, oh, God. And he called it again, so we had to redo it. But I have it memorized.
I've got news for you. That's not the last time that's going to happen. Probably this week, this year for sure. Though, but congratulations, our inaugural Player of the Week.
Thank you.
Did a great job back there, and looking forward to a big season from you.
Thank you.
Braden Wells joining us here, our BU Designs 446 Sports Player of the Week. So, Coach, there you have it. Still not able to get into the wing jet. I think you had a bite of onion ring, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get another bite while you're calling the next guy up here.
So we've ran through our guys, Coach. And so Nick is out there. Nick, what are you doing? fixing things. All right, I feel you. Big night. Yeah, let's get Maddox up here. I want to talk to Maddox. Maddox, where are you at? There he is. Are you eating? You can eat in a minute. Huh? Look, and let me tell you the difference in that. And I talked about that the first time he was on the show. He sounds like I do every now and then. It was one of those things. It's, yes, sir. And I was like, what? And then I went out there and I talked to him before the game Monday, and he was like, hey. Like, what on earth happened?
He's a grown man now.
Yeah, without a doubt. So it will be interesting to talk to him. But right now, Maddox will bring him in and visit with. You got that? Always a challenge. Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. So, you heard talk about you a little bit earlier too, and the spirit that you bring in. And I think in the last 3 years, we've had that conversation a lot of times on there. Last year, you owned that role as the motivator on that team, and I don't think anybody takes that away from you. Man, between the white lines, tell me about what's going on in the head of Maddox Adelise.
Destroy the competition.
Destroy the competition. That's how is it outside the white lines when you're off the field?
Like my mindset just on life.
Yeah.
Just be better than I was yesterday.
There you go. What do you look to leave with this season? Again, we take the state championship out of play because that's everybody's goal. What do you look to leave with from Grace?
As like a legacy?
Legacy, what do you look to take out of it? What do you look to better yourself at?
Better myself as a baseball player and a person in general, and leave a better example for the underclassmen coming up.
Look, we'll take that as well. This team, your outlook on it this year, only a couple of seniors, a lot of younger guys on there. But what I've seen is you guys have been meshing together earlier than you have in past seasons.
Yes, sir. I still think we have a great chance to do what we did last year with our pitching staff. It's going to carry us. We have good arms, and I think our underclassmen have played for a while now in junior high. Them coming up, I think we're going to be fine.
And that's what people lose sight of when you see a freshman starting or a sophomore starting. They probably haven't been for 3 years at that point.
I mean, look at 8th grader Brady McDaniel last year beating Northwood Shreve.
Look, that it never ceases to amaze me. It was good to see Drew get his first base hit the other night, too, as an 8th grader.
Yes, sir.
So how do you handle those guys? Because knowing that they're just junior high. They're young kids still, mindset-wise, but we've got to go and play these 17, 18-year-old guys.
You know, that's what, I didn't experience that in junior high.
Right.
But I think it prepares them for the future, and also it makes me want to be as a leader and show them what to do.
Right.
Because I've been playing against these guys. They haven't.
Coach, your thoughts on the growth of Maddox through the years?
I mean, huge from the first time we got him to now. I mean, like I said, he's a leader. He's going to show up every day and give us his best effort. And one thing at the plate to me has been the huge difference to me. I mean, he's gonna be a guy that's gonna be a tough out every single night for somebody, and we need him to be a 30, 40 RBI guy this year.
Right.
To be honest with you, we need him to steal a lot of bases. We put him and Logan at the top because we honestly believe that they can set the tone for the rest of the lineup, and I expect to see big things out of him this season. But no, the growth has been phenomenal, and he's just a good kid, man. I mean, a lot of people will tell you, I mean, Maddox knows everybody. You know, he talks about everybody a whole lot, but he's going to bring it every day, man.
If he wasn't so shy. Right.
That's right. And he shows up every day, and like I said, he's a game day guy,
right.
Man. He's going to show up for the games, and he's going to give you the best effort he's got, and that's all you can ask. And also we got a big announcement. I mean, the kid's decided where he wants to play his college ball.
Have you announced that yet anywhere?
Not yet.
Next Sunday, we'll announce it on my Instagram.
Okay, so we may want to wait then.
We've got hats right here. You could pick a hat, put one on, and we could do it. But you're waiting to do it on Instagram next week?
Next Sunday.
Well, that's a big difference of the way they do this on Instagram. How did you come up with the idea of Instagram?
Because I see everybody else post theirs on Instagram.
But do you know where they don't post it?
Where?
Live on a coach's show.
We can do it.
You could be the only one.
So
You want to do it next Sunday here?
So
you can
maybe
have your Instagram going.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll
At
do
the
it
same
live on the
time.
show here.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm down.
All right, so I'll wait. I won't say any more.
No, you can't say you can't spill the beans on it. So that's what we'll do. We'll have the announcement where you're going for your college career. Who knows? Does anybody know besides your family?
Oh, the team knows.
So we're not really hiding anything.
Well,
Oh,
like
am I the only one that doesn't know?
The general public doesn't know.
General public doesn't know. All right. So if you had to give me your top 4 choices,
Oh, boy.
so that we can look, just say the one you're going to and make up the others. I don't care what it is. No, make it at least reasonable. Don't. But give me what you were choosing between, so that we can build up the drama to. Well, just me, because everybody else apparently knows. But that's okay. I'll take it. I don't want to know until next Sunday. So it'll be a shock to me.
Just add the couple you have for.
That's right. Just what you were narrowing it down for. But don't do it in any random order. Don't do them first. Well, now, boy, you can't do them first because that might be a giveaway. You don't want to do it last.
Yeah.
But then you're in the middle, and I'll figure that out,
Yeah,
too.
we'll give you 4. We'll give you 4.
Give me 4 of them.
There you go.
And I don't want to know. And look, don't start smiling, because I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to expect you to tell me.
All right, LC,
Okay?
Baton Rouge Community College,
Okay.
National Park College,
Okay.
and Panola.
You did that so well, like you weren't. I mean, like you had that in there too. So I have no clue what it is on there anyway. But I know what my thoughts are and what my hopes are in there too. I'd love to see you play local. But that's another story. Next Sunday, we'll have that big announcement to me on the show, and the Instagram world will do that too. So you glad to have that over with, have that decision made?
Oh, yes, sir.
Look, that puts a lot to rest, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. What factored into that decision?
Of just what I want.
Don't say location, because then I'll figure it out.
Of just what I want to do with baseball.
Right. Okay. I got it. What do you look to study in there as a student athlete? What do you look to take out as your education?
Business.
Business. There you go. I think you're going to be perfect at it, my friend.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that. We'll have you on the 5 o'clock segment. We'll have that early on, and we'll announce to the entire world where you're going.
Yes, sir.
Maddox Adelise, thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
There you go. Looking for a big year out of that young man, without a doubt, Coach. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited about it. He's right. We got a young ball club. You're right. I mean, the thing about it, I mean, our arms are going to give us a chance every night. I mean, we have 5 guys that, we're not afraid to throw. Really, 6 guys we're not afraid to throw out there. And anytime you got 2 guys throwing mid-80s at the Class B level, I mean, you're going to – and then you got a couple of other kids that are running, touching 80, 81. I mean, I feel really good about our team on the hill, no doubt about it.
And you got somebody that can control things behind the dish, which was something that you were concerned about,
very concerned.
Because you've had a big run of catchers. There's no doubt about that. I mean,
Very concerned.
You've had a back to the, going all the way back to Connor, and before that, that's only the memory that I have. But you've had a long run of good catchers.
Yeah, we actually told Braden that one night. I went all the way back to 2004.
Right.
Was the last time we were really trying to find a catcher.
Wow.
I mean, we had some really. I mean, you're talking about the Slater brothers.
Yeah.
2 of them who were phenomenal. Gabe Curtis. You're talking about 3 or 4 that play college ball, too, out of that group. I mean, some really good catchers. We've always done a pretty good job developing guys and wanting them, understanding what we need out of a catcher. I mean, I'm excited about him, and who knows what he may wind up being.
That's right.
Doing in the future, being a catcher.
Look, I'm excited for it, because he's got that mindset.
Correct.
He's got you can't go back there and be an introvert. You've got to be that dude when you get out there. So excited about that. If he doesn't go, if he's there, who's behind him?
The 2 guys we've been working out is Brady McDaniel has been the backup right now, and then we have Cooper Courtwright is the 3rd string, and then we have Jackson Harold as our JV guy right now.
I think Coop could be one of those guys that plays all 9 positions in one game. I think,
he could do
it
that.
makes it difficult being a 7-inning game, so but you can flip-flop in the outfield. That's easy enough on there too. But I think Coop's one of those guys that could go and do that.
At first, he was going to be the guy,
Right.
but the reason we kind of didn't want to do that because we saw the development of the arm, how he's went from being a low 70s guy that's sitting 83, 84, and we're sitting here like we need to get on the mound a whole lot. I'm not really big on putting a guy behind the plate a whole lot, and he's one of your better pitchers.
Right.
And he's been great in the infield.
Sorry, Braden, you're not going to the mound much, it seems like. But that's good. Did he leave already?
No, he's over there eating with the
He's
Coach
over there eating.
Ladner
Never
over there.
mind, I got it on there. Coach, it's been a great start to the season. Give me an outlook on what it is. Maybe there's some new teams that we've not seen before. I know you got a big doubleheader with the Bucks down in Lake Charles.
Well, you know, we're back Class B now,
Right.
so now you only get 20 teams to make the playoffs
Right.
this year. A lot of people don't even know that.
Tell me, though, and we may have to talk about the season, but tell me, I'm seeing Division I all the way down then C, B, and C. What does the bracket look like? What's the playoff structure look like for Class B? Where do you go? What do you do?
So 20 teams will make the playoffs,
Right.
and I think there's
Well,
32
the first four
teams.
get a bye, and then the 12 play. Anyway,
I was trying to find that last night
Yeah.
to try to figure that out, but I will tell you this.
I chat GPT to bracket, so I've got,
I will tell you this. There is good teams that will stay at home.
Right, that's
And it is a dog fight from the first round on.
Right.
There is no easy game. I do not see. We talked about over the weekend. We're like, man, there's going to be good people staying at the house.
Did they change where the championships and semis are? I mean, the championships are played, or where are they still? Is it all still in Sulphur?
Well, I know we're still in Sulphur.
Okay.
I think that it's just changed the brackets a little bit with some of the bigger schools. I don't know. I know some of them are doing the.
They're
it
all
might be
going to the
semifinal.
three-game
Yeah.
series all the way up to the championship, I believe, or the semis and the championship. Yeah.
I thought it was just semis. Maybe I'm wrong. I have to look at it again. I've gotten so confused on it.
Right.
I wish we would all do the same thing
Goes
and just
back to
roll with it.
my earlier comment to our friends that, look, that's twice I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. Look, if the LHSA, they have problems, email me directly to Chuck at 446. Sorry about that, buddy. Go ahead. Yeah, no.
No, my biggest thing is I'd like to see it all 2 out of 3 periods. Even small schools, they do it in all around the country.
Right.
I mean, why not us? I mean, and a lot of it, you know, people vote on this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, because I know we had the meeting in January, and that stuff doesn't go in effect till 2028. I mean, I know some things people blame on LHSA, but there's a lot of things people put that stuff up and they vote on it. So, you know, it is what it is. And because we've been talking at school about putting stuff up that we need to maybe try to get it changed.
Right.
It is what it is. I mean, like I told you, whatever it is, we're going to show up and play it. Sometimes you don't like it. Personally, I think baseball is built to be a 2 out of 3 every round. I don't care if it's C through 5. Everybody should be playing 2 out of 3.
Look, that would certainly change the complexion of the way the playoffs are ran, and it rewards a team that has a staff and not just a stud.
Correct. And, you know, I mean, you see it all the time. Somebody get knocked off in one game that didn't have their best game. And then I'm looking at all these other states, and I'm like, man, they're doing 2 out of 3 the whole way. That's why I just said I wish it was 2 out of 3 just because it's baseball. I would like to see that one day.
Well, I say it tongue-in-cheekly, and so I'll go back to the camera. Appreciate the work the LHSAA does. It is a difficult job, especially getting officials into these games, controlling the fans on there. You saw that basketball game.
It's crazy.
It's a job that they've got, and we respect everything that those guys do. But from the media side of it, got to give you a little bit of grief every now and then. Coach, looking forward to a huge season from you, and we'll be here each and every Sunday night at 5 o'clock, except for Easter Sunday. We're not going to come out and do that Easter Sunday at all. We won't.
Oh, yeah,
we
for
won't
sure.
Come here.
We got to get B-Mac up here one time, just see if he can talk to you.
He does.
I don't even know where Brady McDaniel went to. Has anybody seen Brady McDaniel tonight? Brady?
Knows? Don't know.
Brady left? Oh, there
look,
he is.
You mean you couldn't see him?
Man, I'm looking at his dad. I'm looking over at Coach Ladd. I'm thinking he's going to be somewhere. Oh.
Well, he's coming up here now. Watch this, Coach. This is really going to get him.
But can you see the difference this year to last year?
I remember talking to him, and I was like, who is this little guy? And then I said hi to him, and what did you say? Hey. Is that what, look, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Don't play now. I know you got a deeper voice than that. Look, looking for a lot of things. We talked real quick because we got to wrap this up on here too, but we're going to have you on our next show next Sunday, without a doubt, on there. But what has the difference been going over to first base, fighting that sun? Because that sun on an afternoon game is tough.
Oh, it's been a big difference.
Yeah. Still, I love the way you and Coop just eloquently get out on those. We're going to work on that, my friend. You'll join us next Sunday on the show without a doubt, all right?
All right, yes, sir.
Coach, it's been a great show tonight. All of you that made it out, thank you for everyone that came out tonight as well. We'll see you here each and every Sunday from Buffalo Wild Wings at 5 o'clock for the Warrior Roundup with head coach Josh Brown. For all of those that made it out, congratulations, Braden Wells, our inaugural player of the week. Yeah, wave to the camera there.
Oh.
You can do that. For Coach Josh Brown, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today. Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Central Louisiana,
This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage.